This is how to create stickers or labels for your business using your phone like a pro. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Susan, and as promised, this is that video of how to create stickers for your business using your phone like a pro. This particular video is from my Zobo and Tiger Nut masterclass. Like I shared in a previous video, I said I'll be dropping a Zobo and Tiger Nut masterclass where I'll be talking about how to make commercial Zobo, how to preserve Zobo, how to make commercial Tiger Nuts, how to preserve your Tiger Nuts without refrigerator or the freezer, and also a bonus on how to register your business with CAC, and also how to edit your pictures or images like a pro. Now this class is on a discount of 3,000 naira for the first 20 sets of people. Hey, let me blow your mind. We have only 9 slots left. In other words, we have had people signing up and we have just 9 slots left. So if you are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria and you are still interested in this class, please grab your seat now and click on the link I'll be leaving in the description box beneath this video to sign up for the class, because after now the class will go to 15,000 naira, guys. Yes, so without wasting much time, let's dive right. So once you've gotten your business registered, and then the next thing is to get your logo, and then that logo, make sure that you also have the transparent kind of logo. What I mean is that the background is not there, so that you have just the logo that you can place on anything and the background will not reflect. I hope this makes sense. Once you start working on our label designs or stickers, you're going to see what I mean. Then the next thing is to create your labels or stickers. So sometimes when I want to create labels or stickers, I usually go to Pinterest to have an idea of what I want to do. Like I wanted to just like get an idea of how I wanted to come out. So on my Pinterest, I already searched for Tiger Nut sticker designs and it brought this out. So I've kind of seen what I want already. Looking at all this, I've seen what I want, and I can refresh that to see what I want. Now look at this juice sip. I like the interface of this juice sip. It has, like, if you want to register with NAFDAC, it has almost everything NAFDAC will require your stickers to have. It has the manufacturer by blah blah blah, the ingredients, the nutritional facts, the name, the brand, the gram or the meal, then this barcode, then manufacturer and expiring date. In Nigeria, this is excuse me, this is 8% NAFDAC standard, and this is good. So I think I like this. There's another one here. There's another one here. I like the shape of this, but once it comes to logo design, label designs, I like picking something that I can, when I'm cutting it from the large format, once it's printed, it doesn't waste my time to cut. So I prefer either this square shape, this rectangular shape rather, or something circular, round shape, so that it makes work easier for me. So enough with that. So I've gotten my idea of the design design I want to do. If you also scroll down, you're going to see that they even give you like a size. In this particular one here, there's a size, so you can know what you're working on. And I think this makes sense. So this is perfect. Now the next thing you want to do is to go to your favorite browser. I'm using Chrome. I'm using Chrome for like images I'm going to use. Now there is a website you can use to search for images, and that once you search, it will come with the backgrounds removed. It's called background remove, but there are some technicalities to that website. Also, it limits what you can search for. It doesn't give you as much option as when you come to directly to Google Chrome or your favorite browser and you search. So I prefer just going through this favorite browser, which is Chrome. So I'm going to search for Tiger Nuts, like just Tiger Nuts, and then once I've searched, I'll click on the image tab and it will load images for me. Then I'll pick the one I want, the one I want to use. I think this is good. This particular image is good. Then I'm just going to hold it down. I'll use my index finger to hold down and I'll click on download images, and then it will download automatically to my device. Then once that is done, I'll go to a website. I'll leave the link of that website in the group. So I'm going to go to that website and I'm going to remove the background. If you've joined my free Canva class, any of my free Canva class, I've had 2 Canva classes. You will know this website by now, remove.pg. Or if you are in my cake and recipes group, it's a free platform where I share tutorials from time to time. You will have known this website. I'll also drop the link in this group. So it removes background. This is just one of the many websites or apps that remove background for free. So to load the website, it's going to look like this. My network is a little bit slow, so it's going to look like this. You're going to click on this upload image here. Click on this upload images here. Once you click on the upload images, it takes you to your device, and then you can select from where you want the image to come from. And this is the image that we just recently downloaded, and that is what I'm going to pick. So you see, I already have some images here that I've worked on, but I'm going to pick this, and then I'm going to click on done, and it's load on the website. If you look at this tab here, you will see that it's showing you some of the things I've done recently. Yes, some of the backgrounds I've removed recently. So just wait for it to do its work, and this is it. This is it. So you can then decide to download it. Now this is a free download. This download icon is a free download. If you decide to do a download via HD, it's going to request you to, I think, sign up for email or something, and it's only going to allow you to download one image at a time, or to ask you to watch an ad. Let's see what that says. See, you sign up, then you blah blah blah. I'm not doing that. I'm not interested. So what I'm going to just do is to click on this particular one here to download, and it's free. It's free, 100% free. You can download as many images as you want in a day. So once I've done that, I've searched for the image I want. If you want to download other images, just go through the steps. Then I'm going to the real app where the design is going to take place originally. I'm going to drop in that app in the group, and I'm also going to be dropping the premium version. This is a premium version. I'm using the premium version. With this premium version, you do not need to, you're not going to be asked to watch any ad or upgrade to anything to use any features. No, that's the beauty of this premium app. So once you've downloaded this premium app, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. So this is the interface. So I'm going to walk also the interface of this app before we begin. Now, if you look at this plus button here, it means if you want to add images from your device, you don't want the image to be like a background. You just want to add like a layer on themselves. Like when you fold clothes, you fold one clothes, put another clothes on top of it, another clothes, like stacking clothes, or for we bakers cakes. That is how I just mean. So you can pick from here. You can also draw. You can also draw. You can also use stickers. You can use shapes. You can pick. That is what the plus sign is for. Then you can also do like you want to edit something you've done before, like, or like a text. That's what this pencil icon is for. So edit what the image or the text or the shape you've added to this template or Canva. Now this square here, or this square, this side, this square here is a Canva. Canva just means a plain background where you're going to work on. So then if you are not satisfied with a particular image and you want to delete, use this. If you want to save, use this. This is for saving. Don't worry, while we're working, you need to see how this works. Then if you want to share, use this to share your image. If you want to undo what you've done, use this to undo that. Maybe you mistakenly move a shape. I want to, like, oh, instead of deleting and starting over again, you can use this to undo it. Then if you want to like do the image size, import, convert from this to that, you click on these 3 icons here. Then this is if you want to understand, like, you want to get a quote, you want to add a quote to your design. If you want to add a quote to your design, that's when you use this. Then this is what we call layers. This particular one here is called layers. What we mean is, like, I use the example of clothes. When you fold clothes and you're stacking them on each other, or for cakes when you stack them on each other, each cake layer or each clothes you put on each other is a layer. So if, for instance, you already done a lot of designs on this Canva and just want to pick something, but maybe the designs are too small for you to select, you just click on these layers and it will bring out a list of all the designs. So you're able to pick from the layer the design you want to shrink, or you want to expand, or you want to delete without ruining your design. We may have something to do with it while we work. Then when you look down here, When you look down here, we come to where you see my projects. This is the project you have already made with this particular app. I'm going to show you. Once I click on this now, you see my Zobo sticker that I did previously. So that is what that project is all about. Then all these ones here are templates or canvas that you can work with, that can give you a background to work with if you don't want to start from scratch like this. Then here are this icon down here is like the home icon. Once you click on this icon here, it brings you to this interface, this whole interface, everything here, everything all here. That is what the icon is all about. Then we also have this particular one that has to do with text. If you don't want to pick a text from this plus sign here, you can always do that from this place. Now you can also do your logo here. If you are very good, you can do your logo. If you study this app well, you can design your logo here. So you don't necessarily using Canva, Then this particular one is if you want to pick like other options, like you want to import. If you want to use this plus sign to import, you can use this particular one to import stickers, import images, draw shapes, and just whatever you want to do. You can swipe through to see arrows and all that. Then this other icon here, I'm taking my time to walk us through this interface so that by the time we start working, nothing will sound strange to you. So this other interface here is if you want to like position your design, you want to change the color, I want to make an image transparent. If you don't want to go through what I showed you before on how to like go to the website to remove the background, if you want to do that, you can do that through here too, to give you like a transparent image. You can change your image size, you can crop, you can do whatever you want to do. You just need to swipe through. Then we now come to particular icon here. This particular icon here has to do with like vibrance, to add brightness, to add clarity. It's all about introducing lights one way or the other to your images, contrast, brightness, and the like, just like this. I prefer working with this app than using Canva when I'm working on logos and stickers or labels, because with this, if you take this to the printing press to print, they will tell you you have a very sharp clear image. But if you work on Canva most times and you take it to the printing press, they'll tell you, oh, your image is not sharp, you need to increase this, you need to do that and all that and that. Except you're a professional graphic designer, then you will not really find working with Canva that's complicated. You'll be able to do those things, and when you get to the printing press, they won't need to do work on your design. But this particular app is good for both beginners, it's good for advanced, it's good, just perfect. So I've already walked us through the interface. I walk us through the interface of everything, all the features here. Now this is a premium app. You're not going to be disturbed by ad, and not paying for any features. No. So the first thing you want to do is you want to first of all click on these three buttons up there. You click on that to create a design size, the size of your labels, the size of your sticker. You want to create that first. So you click on this, you see what option is going to bring. You click on this image size, you click on that image size, and once you click on that image size, it will pop this up. If you click on this preset, let me do that again. If you click on this preset, you see this preset is on custom. If you click on it, it's going to bring you like you want a YouTube size, you want to create thumbnails with this YouTube thumbnails or Facebook cover with this particular app, you can do that, but I'm leaving it at custom. Now when you are making your labels, branded labels for your work, you want to first of all, after registering with CAC, like I shared in the class, after registering with CAC and doing your logo, you want to first of all buy your bottles. You want to make them in 25cl or 50cl or 1 liter or 35cl. You want to buy those bottles first. And then you want to know the size of your stickers. Now let me say this. I'm going to use a standard size, and I will assure you that this size will work for these bottles: 35cl, 50cl, 1 liters. I'm doing it to make work easier for you. Like I've taken 50% of the stress off you. So this standard size is this. Under where the wrote width, you go there. You put 533. And under where the wrote height, you will cancel this and put 302. and then you click on the OK. So this OK, you click on that. Let me do that again. I didn't click on the OK. 533, and the height will be 302, and then you click on the OK. Now you see that this particular canva has shrinked in size. Yes. Now with this particular size, once you go to go and print at the printing press, tell them you want to print on SAV. In the Zobo video I'll share, I've said that, or if you've attended any of my classes before, watching of my videos, I've always said when you print on SAV, it's good. It's waterproof. Your design comes out very sharp and clear. That's not the only waterproof waterproof item you can use to print, but that is at least affordable. Now on that SAV, you're going to ask them to print on 6x3. That is, the size of the stickers should be 6x3, 6 inches in width, 3 inches in height. But on your phone, we're working in pixel. That's why it is 533 by 302. That's because we're working on the phone, on the device. I'm using pixel. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Then on when they're printing out for you, they're going to print 6 inches by 3. Now this 6 inches by 3 can conveniently work with a 35cl bottle, a 50cl bottle, and a 1 liter bottle conveniently. And if you now want to make 25cl, want to make your drinks, Zobo drinks or Tiger Nut juice 25cl, use that size. Let's say you can tell them to do 4x3. 4x3, the height remains 3, the width will now shrink to 4. But if you want to be very accurate, just buy that 25cl bottle, take it to them. They'll use that measuring tape to measure it. So you will now see how wide and how tall the label is going to be. So, but for the 6x3 inches, it can conveniently work with a 35cl bottle, a 50cl bottle, and a 1 liter, because that's what I did for my Zobo drink, and it's work. I use that sticker perfectly. Another tip I want to give you is, don't put meal in the stickers. Don't put meal in the stickers or label, because when you put meal in your sticker or label, it's to make you to spend more. That is, if perhaps you have printed the sticker, and on the sticker you have 35cl, and then another customer comes with a joy, oh, I want 50cl, it means you're going to go and start printing afresh again. You don't want that. So if you just print without putting the meal, like I did in my Zobo stickers, you can use that same sticker to print on 35cl, to use for on a 50cl bottle, to use on a 1 liter bottle. I hope this makes sense. But if you are going to submit these stickers to NAFDAC, for those of us that are supplying to supermarkets, if you are going to submit the stickers to NAFDAC, you will have to follow NAFDAC standard. And one of the other standards is you must put your meal, the gram, the weight, the quantity of your item. So let's come back to this design. So now we already have this here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change this background to white. This particular background, I don't want this to be white. If you print on it like this, if you use this to print, it's going to come out blackish on your paper, on your SFV paper ones that print, or it will come out with this design, to come out with this background, this gradient color, which is still okay, but I don't want that. I want to work on a fresh template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on that. No, not on that icon. I'll click on this icon here. I'll click on this icon, and it's going to give me options to pick from, colors and all that. So I'm going to pick on the color, and then I'm going to click on white. You're going to see white here. Now if you don't want to work on plain white, if you want to do a gradient, like what you see here, the background color you see is a gradient color. If you want to work on this gradient, you can select gradients here, but if you're sticking with color, just please pick color. So I'm going to select white, and this is not as white as I want. Let me swipe through. Yeah, no, just giving me a shade. Yeah, now that is white. So once you've done that, you click on this plus sign. You click on this plus sign here, so that it shows that, oh yes, you selected the color. So you click on that, and this is white. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sticker. So adding my stickers, I'll click on this plus sign on my device screen. I'll click on that plus sign and it's going to take me to bring all these options here. And then I'm going to click on from gallery. That is, I want to pick whatever I want to pick from gallery. I'll click on that from gallery and then I'll select my logo. My logo is already on a transparent design. See what we have here. Then I'm going to crop this. Once you select any image, it's going to automatically bring it to this platform where it's going to ask you to crop it. So once you're satisfied, click on this plus sign here, on that plus sign there, to crop it. I'm going to use my index finger to move this around. Just move it around. You will notice some points here. You see this point? You see this particular one here. These are just to shrink this, shrink the image. While you see this particular one here is to rotate this image, rotate it like this. So I'm going to shrink this. Let me shrink it more. Now, another thing I wanted to note is if you look at this Canva has a right side, a left side, and the center. This is the center. Any image, any design you want to do, like if you want to write the name of the product, like 𝗣𝗥𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗟𝗬, or zobo drink, you want it to be at the center, not at the side. Not at the side, but you want it to be at the center. Because when you place this sticker, when you place it on your bottle, the bottle is also having the left side, the right side, and the center. You want the name that customer will see first should be at the center or at the front. So that's why I said any the name you want to write it to be at the center. If you want to add your logo, you can make it to be at the center. You can do it at the side, but I want my logo to be at the center. So anybody that pick the 𝗣𝗥𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗟𝗬, drink, they will see that, oh yeah, this is a brand that is producing or manufacturing or bottling this item. This background is still looking off-white. So I think I'm going to come here. Sorry. I'm going to come here and I'm going to make this completely white. It's giving me this tone. Now, my logo is here. Then I can add other images. Let me add some of the images I've downloaded. So I'm going to click on this plus sign. Yeah, I'll click on from gallery. The first thing I want to add is this image that I downloaded, and then after cropping it, click on the plus sign, and there it's here. Okay, let me delete this text. You can do that by clicking on this. Just select what you want to delete and then you click on the delete icon and delete it. So let me move this a little. I'm going to shrink this. I'm using these points that are here to shrink. And another thing I want to know about this app is it doesn't work on iPhones. It works only on Android. So for my iPhone user, sorry about that. So yeah, I think this is good. You also said I'm putting this at the center. I'm not putting it at this side or at this side because I know when I print it out and I place it on my bottle, it's going to be at the left or at the right side. So I want it to show at the front or at the center. That's why I'm keeping it here. So the next thing I want to add is other images. So for this, I just highlighted it by clicking on the image. And I'm going to click on this because I want to brighten this a little. I'm going to click on this icon here. This icon here. I'm going to click on that to brighten this a little. So the brightness, I click on the brightness and I'm going to swipe this to the right using this icon to swipe. So if you see, it's now brighter. Yeah. Let me do that. So for saturation, once I'm satisfied, I'll click on this plus sign here. This plus sign here. And it's okay. So 𝗣𝗥𝗠𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗟𝗬 is not completely white, it's creamy. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. Then I'm going to add another image by clicking on the plus sign. I'll click on this plus sign. And I'll click on from gallery. do the saturation of this. I want to increase it. Okay, this is okay. Then I also want to move this backward. I want to move that icon backward. I'm just going to do that by clicking on this box here. I'll click on that box there, and no, not that box. I'll click on the center, this icon here, and then yes, I'll now swipe through and select to the back, so you see it has gone to the back of that. Also add filters. You see what I'm doing? So you can just play around with it and work with it. Yeah, let me add more life to that. So I'm going to add other fruits and I'll come back just the way I did these two images I added. I'm going to add other text. I'll just click on that same plus sign, click on text here. Then once I've clicked on the text here, it's going to pop up text, and see the text here, and then I'm going to kind of, sorry about that, I'm going to enlarge this a little, like bring it here so that I can work with it. Then I can either double tap it to text. I can either double tap this text to edit it, or I'll click on this pencil icon. So let me click on the pencil icon, click on the pencil here again, and then I'll erase this, and I'm going to write 𝗣𝗘𝗥𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗘𝗡. So for me, I can play around. I click on that A icon here, so you can play around to select what suits you, or you click on these styles here to select from, like, browse through styles of like text styles, but I'm trying to do this from scratch, so I'm just moving this, swiping through this. I want to change the font, use something that people can see, You can see that this is not having any how would I put it, no ad is popping up, nothing. So 𝗣𝗘𝗥𝗠𝗔𝗡𝗡. Let me see how this is. Okay, then let me curve this a little. I'm just picking options from this tab here under this A. I'm picking option. I'm just playing around. I think I did something like this too for my zobo drink. Just make sure that whenever you are satisfied with whatever settings you are creating, you always click on this plus sign, or you can click on this redo, or you can click on cancel if you don't want it. So and I want to change this to, let me select the style. I think I'm okay with this style. Let me go to, I want to change this to a 3D text. Okay, no, perspective is better, or no, just 3D text enabled. Okay, then I also want to change the color. Let me do text reflection. Okay, see this reflection here. I did that for my zobo too, and I love the outcome when it came out. I love it. You can see that this is centralized. You see that this is at the center, right? Yeah. So let's see. I want to change the color, so I'm going to come here to change another on this square. Yeah, to change the color. So I'll click on this plus sign. So as to give me more color options. I can decide to go with gradient if I want. Let me use gradient this time around. I'm just using this color picker to pick what I want, and I'll pick the shade that I want. Okay. No, don't want to change my background. It's just this text color I want to change. Okay, this for my text, I'm going to select this pencil icon here, And then once I select that pencil icon, let me do that again. I'll now select this. You see, this is where to edit for text. That's where to edit the text. So if you pick from colors here, you're working on the images or the background. So let me do that. Pick color. So you see, it's not affecting this. I don't want to go with that. So if you're satisfied, you just click that, and I'm just walking through it. No, I don't want this background. So I click on this emboss. This emboss usually gives me this glossy. Usually gives me this glossy look. So I click on it, and I'll select this enabled here. I'm selecting the enabled here, and then I will swipe, like use my fingers to rotate this. This is at 90 degrees, just like light, as if you want to reflect light on the image. So I will do this, like move that light to change the. So just see the effect on that tiger knot. I think I'm satisfied with this, and I'll click on this, and I remove the curve because I don't want it to curve again. Change my mind, and I also want to change the color because I just discovered my logo has it has a blue color there. I don't want them to interfere, so let me go with red. Let me find another bright color. Purple work. No, I don't like purple. I don't want purple for that. I want something. No, I think I'm okay with red. Yes. Then another thing is this, my logo. I want to filter the color. I want it to come out well. Let me increase the saturation. Yeah, just like this. Because you have to put it in mind that you're going to print, and you want everything to come out very well. So for this is good. This is good to me. Then I want to put a tagline. I love putting tagline alongside my whatever I want to do. I want to put tagline, so I'm just going to click on this plus sign, add text, and I'm going to bring that text, increase it, and I'm going to put a tagline. Click on edit that text, and then tagline. Let me put health in every sip. Health in every sip, and then okay. Health in every sip. So I want it to be under this. So, and I also want it to have like a background. Oh yes, a background. Yes, text background. I'll come back, run some edits, and come back. Like this. I like this. I already added my tagline. I liked it. So now, and added, if I use the texture, I clicked on this A. I clicked on this A, and then when I clicked on that A, this A sign here, sorry. When I click on that, I first highlighted that, then clicked on A, then I played around. I played around with it to get the font I wanted. Got the font I wanted. Then click on this center, this square, and then I played around with it. That's basically what I did here. Then this A, after getting the font I wanted, I came here, I clicked on this texture. When I clicked on the texture, it took me back to my gallery, and then I selected tiger knot, that tiger knot seed. So it now reflected. That's what you're seeing. It's seeing reflecting on this health in every sip. That's what you're seeing reflecting. So tiger knot. I wanted to add something like tiger nut milk. Just tiger nut. I'll think about that later. So I want to add like a recycle bin. I want to add a recycle bin, so I'm just going to click on the plus sign again from gallery. I think I have that already downloaded. I want to add the recycle bin and also like recycle this after recycle bin, that image. Feel free to do that. And then I'm going to put it down somewhere here. So you already know that this is going to come to the side of my work after printing. This is going to come to the side of my work after printing. Then this logo is still big. I'll make it smaller. Let's move this up a little. And then I'm going to add like a sticker or a shape rather. And that shape is what I'm going to add by manufactured by. I'll add my business name, I'll add my phone number, I'll add my social media handle, I'll add my website. Yes, all that information is going to go on there. And I'm also going to add create another shape where I'm going to add the ingredients I use, and then I'll write keep frozen or keep refrigerated, and I'll come back to the video. So there's something I want to show you quickly here. So this is the text. This text here, the text I want to add, produced by my brand name, my location, my phone number, my social media handle, and my website. So I want to change the color, and I made sure A was selected. This is text, and I clicked on color. And I'm going to move this up. Then you will see that all this here were selected, but I just want like the produced by alone to be in one color. So I'm going to click on the produced by. That's what I'm doing. And I came down here. I'm going to pick white, like let that produced by being a different color. See, now it's in black. I can make it to be red. I can do pink. I can increase that a little. See, I'm satisfied. Then if I want to make these other ones, like the other Sussy's cakes, blah blah blah, to be in a different color, I'll just need to highlight them like this, and I will swipe down and choose a color for them. I can make them white, I can make them black, just like this. So at the end of the day, this is what my sticker look like, or my label. This is what it looks like, and I think I like this. It has the tiger nut milk, it has the tagline, it has my brand logo, it has the 100% original. I also added my nutrition facts, and then keep refrigerated, shake before drinking, produced by ingredients. And I think I wanted it this way. I removed all the fruit and I wanted it this way. So now I'm not going to click on these three icons here, because I want to save. And once I click on that three icon, next thing I'm going to click on is export image. And then once I click on export image, I'm going to pop this up. Then I'm going to change this format from this to PNG. I'll click on this icon, this drop down arrow, and I'm going to change this to PNG. If you don't change it to PNG, you're not going to have a very clear image once they're printing. So you want to have a very clear image, so you want to change it to PNG. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this image format here. I'll click on that image, not image format. I'll click on custom. This custom here, this dimensions, and I see it's showing custom. I'll click on that drop down button, and I'm going to select ultra. Let me show you what that is. This here, I'm going to select ultra. What we're just trying to do is to make sure that this comes out in the best quality when they're printing. Then once I'm through with that, I'm going to click on save to gallery. I'll click on save to gallery, and it's automatically save in my gallery. Also, it will save on this app's projects, so that I can work on it later. And after you've done this, you don't need to do any other thing. You see, it's already set to the image save. You don't need to do any other thing. You don't need to arrange any other thing. Once you save it like this, just go to your printing press. If you're in Lagos here, there are a lot of printing press here in Lagos. So go to printing press. Tell them you also print on SAV. Then I already mentioned the size I'm going to use at the beginning of this tutorial. Tell them you also print on SAV, and that's it. They'll arrange it for you. If you want 100 pieces, if you want 1,000 pieces, if you want 5 million pieces, they'll arrange it for you and they'll print, as long as you have a design. And this design that I just showed you here is what a graphic designer will charge, nothing less than 3,000 naira to 5,000 naira. If you have watched this video to this point, it means you really enjoyed this video. And if you are wondering how to get the premium app, the app is only available to those in my Zobo Master class. And like I said, the class has only 9 slots left for the 3,000 naira payment. After that, the class goes to 15,000 naira. So if you are new here, just leave me in the comment section. Hi, I'm new, and I'll leave you a special Vaisha shout out in my next video. To all my OGs, thank you guys so much for your support. And that is all for me for today. Remember to check the link in the description box beneath this video for how to sign up for my Zobo masterclass. Trust me, it is a class like never before. And after this class, your game, your beverage game and that of your drinks or fruit juices is going to go from this level to another level. So bye for now.